Just when we thought elephants couldn't get more adorable, it turns out that just like human newborns, elephant calves are born with a strong sucking reflex. This helps them instinctively know what to do when they are near their mother's breast. Therefore, sucking equals comfort. When a baby elephant is not nursing, it might suck its trunk just like a human baby might suck a pacifier. I guess, in the absence of a mom, baby elephants seek comfort and find the perfect substitute. There are many places in the world dedicated to someone or something. These are destinations where couples prefer to go for special reasons like honeymoon. The Tunnel of Love in Ukraine is a place for people who are head over heels in love. Tunnel of Love is a section of industrial railway which is near Klevin in Ukraine. The railway section is about 3 to 5 kilometers in length and it is surrounded by green arches from both sides. How did this tunnel happen? The name was given by locals for this fairy tale track that happened naturally. Trees around the railway were left to grow on its own and train passing back and forth 3 times a day shaped it into a tunnel according to its size.
Did you know that astronomers have discovered the largest body of water so far known? A reservoir of water floating in space around an ancient distant quasar, holding 140 trillion times the mass of water in the Earth's oceans as dated as being 12 billion light-years away. While water vapors are known to be found throughout the universe, it's not that common of a sight. In the Milky Way, water vapor surfaces are found only in particular regions a few light-years across at most. However, the water in the distant quasar appears to be spread over hundreds of light-years. The word mussel came to us in the late 14th century from the Middle French word mussel, with basically the same meaning. This too was borrowed in the 14th century, albeit from Latin. In this case, the word in question was musculus, which too meant muscle figuratively. It carried quite a different literal meaning, that of little mouse. The connection occurred because mussels really do sort of look like tiny murine lumps under your skin. Musculus is a diminutive of mus, the normal word for mouse. Curiously, correlations between mice and mussels can also be found in languages from Arabic to Greek to German, as well.
What legume can be used to make dynamite? You are not going to believe this, but the answer is peanuts. Peanuts are one of many possible ingredients used to make dynamite. Many other ingredients can be used instead. In fact, the peanut oil extracted has to be first processed to make another ingredient, glycol, that can be manufactured from many different sources. As the amount of glycol needed to make 1 pound of dynamite is a closely held secret, it is unclear how many peanuts would be needed. Did you know that the highest volcano in the solar system is on the planet Mars? It is called Olympus Mons and is 24 kilometers high, which makes it about 3 times higher than Mount Everest. In addition to being very tall, it is also very wide, about 550 kilometers, and covers an area larger than the entire chain of the Hawaiian Islands. Olympus Mons is a very flat mountain which slopes by only 2 to 5 degrees. It is a shield volcano built up by eruptions of lava which could last for hundreds of years at a time. Scientists estimate that the last time Olympus Mons erupted lava onto the Martian surface was between 20 and 200 million years ago, around the same time that dinosaurs roamed the Earth.
An 11-year-old is responsible for naming Pluto? In 1930, the Royal Astronomical Society was struggling to come up with a name for a newly discovered planet. They considered Minerva, Zeus, Atlas, and Persephone, but it was an 11-year-old Venetia Bernie Ferry who suggested Pluto, inspired by the god of the underworld. When the idea eventually reached the Royal Astronomical Society with the help of the girl's librarian grandfather who knew many astronomers, they loved it and ultimately decided to use the suggestion. Why do armadillos swallow air? In wider water bodies, armadillos swallow air to inflate their stomachs to twice its normal size, increasing buoyancy and allowing them to swim across. Afterward, it takes them hours to release the excess air. It can hold its breath for up to 6 minutes. However, when up against a wider body of water, because their shell is heavy, they have no choice but to swallow a great deal of air to make it to the other side.
What does a sunset look like on Mars? Because Mars is farther from the Sun than Earth, the Sun appears only about 2/3 the size we see when we watch sunsets here on Earth. On Mars, the atmosphere is mostly CO2 and filled with iron-rich dust, which scatters the red light, turning the sky red. Except at sunset, when the longer trip through the Martian atmosphere scatters and filters so much red light that blue light passes through, making the sunset blue. That's right, the sunset color on Mars is blue. Can dogs tell if someone is untrustworthy? Your dog unquestionably trusts you. You've earned that trust. You've provided a safe home, taught him how to behave around other dogs and people, and most importantly, always fill the bowl at mealtime. But would your dog blindly trust anyone? No, say a group of researchers in Japan who suggest that dogs can determine whether a person is trustworthy. The conclusion of the study was that dogs are able to make accurate inferences about the reliability of a person, and then modify their behavior accordingly. We hope you enjoyed watching this video. Like, share and subscribe for more fun facts.